Update 2. My stepfather, a jealous cop, handcuffed me while I was on a secure call with the Pentagon. He pulled his gun, threw me down and snapped, "You think you're somebody." 5 minutes later, 5 black SUVs stormed in. Because I'm a general. That evening, I returned to my room to find subtle signs someone had been there. My laptop was at a slightly different angle. Papers had been shifted. Nothing obvious enough to confront him about, but enough to send a clear message. He had been snooping. The next morning, I installed a basic lock on my door, citing work regulations. Richard was visibly agitated, but couldn't argue without admitting he intended to enter without permission. 3 days later, we had our first major confrontation. I was reviewing classified documents, when Richard knocked and immediately tried the handle, finding it locked. "Samantha, open this door immediately," he demanded. When I opened it, his face was flushed with anger. "What exactly are you hiding in here? Are you ashamed of your paper-pushing job, pretending to be more important than you are?" "I'm not pretending anything," I replied calmly. "My work requires confidentiality, that's all." "Your work," he scoffed. "Coordinating supply chains and filing reports. You act like you're running covert operations." I remained silent, which only irritated him more. "You know what I think," he continued. "I think the military has filled your head with self-importance. You come back here with your classified this and secure that, but at the end of the day you're just trying to seem special." My mother appeared in the hallway, distress evident on her face. "Please, both of you stop this." I took a deep breath. "I need to get back to work." "Of course you do," Richard said sarcastically. "The fate of the nation depends on it." As I closed the door, I heard him mutter, "She thinks she's somebody." That night, I called my commanding officer, General Franklin, to discuss the situation. "The environment may be compromising operational security," I explained. "My stepfather is actively trying to access information. Is he a security risk or just nosy?" Franklin asked directly. "He's a police officer with a control issue," I replied. "I don't believe he has malicious intent toward national security, but he doesn't respect boundaries and seems determined to undermine my position. We can relocate you to a secure facility if necessary." Franklin offered. "Not yet," I said. "That would require explanations. I'm not ready to give my family. I'll implement additional security measures first." The next day, I caught Richard standing outside my door during a call, not even pretending to be passing by. When our eyes met, he didn't look embarrassed. He looked justified. 27 minutes on that call, he noted, sounded important. "It was a work call," I stated flatly. "Your mother tells me you're some kind of logistics coordinator," he said. "Funny how logistics coordinators need so many secure calls." I realized then that Richard wasn't just jealous of my career. He was obsessed with uncovering what he perceived as a facade. His police background made him believe he could detect deception, and my necessary secrecy triggered every one of his suspicions. I began finding evidence of his surveillance everywhere. A small notebook, where he logged my calls, timestamps of when I left my room, even notes about keywords he overheard. It was disturbing, but I couldn't confront him without escalating the situation dangerously. My mother was caught in the middle, her attempts at mediation growing more desperate. "He just wants to feel included," she explained weakly. "He was so proud of you at first,